Hey, this is First Class Airsoft here, bringing you another video, and this time it is how to break in a mid-cap magazine. Excuse the noise, it's a summer day, it's hot, my AC is right above my head, so we'll just go on with this. So what you do with a mid-cap to break it in is you have to get a speed loader like this, and what you're really doing is loading the magazine full of BBs that compresses the spring that runs within the magazine. And eventually that's called breaking it in, so that your mags feed better. They'll feed fine at first, although maybe a few of them will not fully feed because that's normal. That's completely normal. But after you break it in a couple of times, which is breaking it in, which means loading it fully, unloading it, reloading it in, and unloading it several times before it'll feed at optimum efficiency. Okay, so most of the time when you load or you are breaking in your gun or your mid-caps, you're using BBs, right? But most of the time, you don't want to be wasting BBs or using. Okay, so what I did is I'm using the shitty .12 I have. Like if you ever started playing Airsoft from basic springers, and if you still have your .12 BBs, something like this in a kind of a larger bucket, I guess you can call it, where these are SEMA, again, quote unquote high grade .12 BBs. Instead of using, your .2s that you actually buy, you spend more money buying that are seamless and everything. The reason I say this is just because you don't want to deform any of your BBs by accident. So what I would say is you load your speed loader .12, get ready to load them up, load them up like this, like you do with any other regular speed loader, to the max. So let me do this way, to the max. This way, you're not using BBs you want to use, yet you're not wasting these BBs that you already bought, prior to using these. Alright, so this is, I guess, a 120 round magazine, and this BB speed loader only holds up to 100. So what I usually do is just keep reloading them, and with these .12, since you're never gonna really use them in a gun because they require high quality BBs, what I do is I just take them out, and just reload them back into the bucket. Hope I can get that little tab. Oh well, it's not that hard to pick up, you're not even going to use them, so that's what I do. And another thing I like to do is instead of, if you ever bought Matrix BBs where they're Matrix or whatever BBs are 8 buckets, they're so much harder to load into speed loaders, into high caps, and you're bound to spill. Alright, so when you go to big airsoft stores, you usually get sacks. Right? This is only half filled as an example because I actually used all my bag ones already. So what these are .2 biodegradable BBs, and they come in a bag like this. And, usually you would have to open it up and then angle one edge, and that would be your BB where the BBs come out. However, that is also a case where you spill a lot, and what I decided to do is if you had a bag like this and you want it to be as efficient as possible, what you would need to get is something like a funnel. Any funnel will work. Clean, make sure there's nothing in there, so dirt doesn't get in there with your BBs. And from there, you would transition them into, bottles like these. These aren't Elite Force bottles. These are just, regular supermarket bottles that you buy. Maybe they had those 0-calorie artificial sweetened water, which I like. I don't know why. But, once you drink them up, wash them out, rinse it out really well, and let it dry for a day or two, and then they'll be completely dry. And what you would do is, you just do what it looks like. Open the top, put in the funnel, and just let the BBs drop into that funnel, let it fill up. It's much easier to load a high cap, which if I can find my high cap. For example, if I were to load my high cap right now, would it just be like this? And easiest way is from bottles, where you would just form kind of a kind of a little barrier like this, I guess. And then what you do is just pour it right in, right through the reservoir on a high cap. And what this does is that it guarantees much less chance of you spilling all your BBs, or more than like 20-30 rounds of BBs that you could have used in a game or could have saved your life in an airsoft game. And then, you know, it's clean, it's easy. Now this is a little P-mag I have, a high cap P-mag. You would wind this up and ta-da, you know, it's winded up. Everything's working fine. It's all hunky-dory. And that's it, you know. What I would say is get these, I think these were 24-ounce bottles. This is holding maybe 6,000 BBs right now. Because what happened was I had leftover BBs from other games and I didn't want to have a half-empty sack. So what I did, I poured it in here, and then I had a full bag and I poured it in here too, and it all fit. You know, this is another set of BBs from another bag I have now. But at the time, load them here. You know, they're thick plastic caps, so they're not gonna break, and they're easy to just, you know, pour into speed loaders, into everything. You know, so you know, that's all I have to say. You know, they also come in these little bottles, but the thing about these bottles is that whenever you want to load them, you have to shake them, and then because too many BBs get caught in this little reservoir, you keep shaking, you know, keep doing that. Instead, this one has a really big reservoir right here. The BBs don't get jammed as often. However, I can't say that 100% they won't get jammed. So I would say go for a big bottle. You know, buy they're $1 from any store practically. Than buying these, because then, you know, these, you know, like that, it takes a long time, it's time consuming. About this, you know, make a little, what would you say, funnel with your hand, and then you will pour this in, let it, and guide it in there. And then you have a filled high cap, no BB spillage anywhere. Save some BBs, you know, I mean, you pay good money for them, might as well use them as best as you can, be as proficient with them, right? And that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching First Class Airsoft. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, watch my other videos, tell a friend about this channel, it'll help me a lot. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. See you later.